So this is Mayhem at the Breakfast Club Part 2. Just as a summary, Jess Hilarious went off on her co-host, Lauren Delorosa, because she felt she was stepping on her toes on her show. Everything happened when she went on maternity leave. She came back and Lauren Dolorosa is still there, so she doesn't understand, is the Breakfast Club keeping her? If they're keeping her, what's going to be her position? Is she going to replace her as in just hilarious, or is she going to be working in the back end? Like, what's going on? And nobody really opened up to her to tell her exactly what was going on. So she is starting to feel blindsided, worried for her job, not feeling secure, not feeling happy at work. And so she went on a rant. This is the rest of the rant.
This is a contract. This ain't no part-time little shit that I got. I got a contract that I negotiated and I got it. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm on air. She overtalks. She's overtalking me. Lauren knows she does this shit. Whatever. I've told her about this shit many a times. You know, she overtalks me. I'm like, yo, shut up. All right? Or hush, be quiet. Yeah, that clip that y'all saw. Yes, shut up. Be quiet. Yeah, I've said that. And I've meant that. You know what I mean? That's the only way to get it a hush. So I'm like, all right, cool.
So the hush situation is basically something that happened about a day before the rant, where we feel like Jessie Hilarious was just fed up of everything that was going on. It's like she couldn't take it anymore, and she had to really just you know put her foot down and kind of make Lauren Delorosa, you know, shut up a little so she could convey her opinion. We have our thought about this though. At first, we thought they can be the Jessica Hilarious cannot be threatened by Lauren Dolorosa. And then the more we're thinking about this, we're like, maybe she feels threatened by her. Because we don't think we didn't really look up Jess Hilarious, but we doubt that she went to university. Lauren Dolorosa has gone to university. So maybe Jess Hilarious is feeling a complex of inferiority when it comes to education. And that is why maybe Lauren Dolorosa is definitely, she really loves to talk. And so maybe, just maybe, when Lauren Dolorosa talks, Jess Hilarious feels like, oh, she's too educated. She's using these words that she doesn't necessarily use in her vocabulary, and so it's making her look bad. But essentially, it's the looking bad part that we think is the reason why Jess Hilarious is really blowing up and talking about these behind the scenes issues that she couldn't keep inside anymore, because playing politics, she doesn't come from that world. She comes from the world of comedy, and in comedy, something's wrong with you, you just reveal it, you say it out loud, you get it out of your chest, and that's about it. And that's what she did by conveying how exactly she felt about this whole situation.
One day, I told her, because I went in the comments, I'm like, all right, people don't like that. All right, whatever. You know, I'm not her mother. She's another grown woman. I have to respect this lady, but she's not going to keep talking over me, yo. I'm already confused on why the she's still here. You know what I mean? Like on air, not in the building, on air, right? So I'm like, all right. I told her, be quiet the next day. Charlemagne texts me and he says, yo, don't tell her be quiet. You tell her shut up. Play into that narrative of y'all beefing, y'all not liking each other. Why the fuck would we do that? But I'm like, you know what? All right, cool. She cool with it, I'm cool with it, because I'm not a be quiet type of bitch anyway. I am a shut up type of bitch. Ask my kids, right? Even the 7-month-old, ask her. So then I asked again, I'm like, all right, so she's going to be the fourth host. That's what it is. Whenever we do find that, you know what I'm saying, it's just a bunch of beating around the bush, y'all.
All right, there's a few things here. So Charlemagne the God went out of his way to text Jess Hilarious to tell her not to tell Lauren Delorosa to shut up. Where were you, Charlemagne, when Jess Hilarious came back from maternity leave to reassure her that her position is guaranteed and that she has nothing to fear, even with Lauren Delorosa being there. Where were you to explain to Jess Hilarious that Lauren Delorosa will be doing XYZ as tasks, and um, that will not impact her work and the contract that she signed. So at the Breakfast Club, it's true that Angela Yee went through exactly those things, but maybe in different context. The boys don't talk because what they tell themselves is it's a girl thing, so we don't want to get in the mix of it because we don't want to. We're just gonna let the girls deal with it. But the thing is, as co-hosts, if it is the case, as co-hosts, you ought to protect each other, to preserve the space you have, to protect the show that you have that has been successful for many years, and hopefully to continue being successful many, many more years coming. And it doesn't seem like Charlemagne is number one to really not really get into these kind of things. He just, like, anytime you bring something serious on the table, he just makes a joke out of it and just trying to just to brush it out, under the rug and just move on. He doesn't care. He makes so much money, he doesn't give but nothing. DJ Envy, on the other hand, is a little bit more sentimental. He's the only one that we think might have said things to Jessie Hilarious to reassure her. But even then, they don't call the shots. The co-hosts, they've been there the longest, but they don't call the shots. And so it's really management that should have made all these things clear. And leaving, Lauren Delorosa in the air, we don't know what she's doing. And when Jess Hilarious asked about what Lauren Delorosa was going to be doing, they weren't able to answer that question. That is proof that nobody knows what Jess Hilarious' future lies at the Breakfast Club. Is she getting fired? Is she going to get replaced by Lauren Delorosa? Like, what is going on? She ought to know.
We supposed to be a team up there. Not one person comes to my defense at all. Like, when I'm not one mother ever with this online. Like, why the should we have to keep playing it? Man, listen, I know one thing. Angela Yee ain't that much crazy. Not as crazy as try to make out to be. Nah, it's the reason that lady wanted to leave that show. I don't know how she did that 13 years. I'm telling you. I don't give a f. Y'all already know what's up with me. I feel played with. I'm going to play with. Like, that's just like, come on. I've been quiet a lot. If Jess Hilarious is quiet, it's a mother reason. I always got my mouth open. All the time. How about y'all clear some of that for you?
There, Jessica Hilarious said it. She doesn't feel supported by her co-hosts. Nobody takes her defense. Charlemagne the God took Lauren Delorosa's defense by telling Jess Hilarious, don't talk to her like that, or don't say that word to her, But he went out of his way to do that. Usually he doesn't. Why would you do it for one person and not do it for the other one that's supposed to be the permanent one? So there's something that's off.
She started doing the news. I'm like, all right, look, that's her segment. Take me off that. Y'all give her that. Take me off that. This is her segment now. This is no longer just with the mess. Got dark fast as a mother. Okay. I said, take me off that. This is no longer my segment. I said it. Take me off of that. Give it to her. Give it to her. Charlemagne said, nah, I don't want it to be her segment. It damn near sure is already. Like, it's her segment. She's reading it and she's doing it to the best of her ability. Shorty is like that. Yeah. That's why I picked her to fill in for me for maternity leave. That's why I picked her. Y'all need to understand something. I'm never hating on Shorty. I already told her. I tell her every day. I tell her she's pretty every day. I tell her every day. I big up this woman every day. Every day.
Yeah, so basically Jessie Hilarious is clearly saying that, Lauren Delorosa started doing her segment, but she does it her own way, which is fine. But it is true that it was awkward because we were waiting. At one point, we were watching the show. We were waiting for Jess Hilarious to do Jess with the mess, and then Lauren Delorosa just started like breaking the news like a TMZ style, and we're like, oh, hold on a second, have they changed things around? And Jess Hilarious was just there watching and commenting, just being, a trooper. But deep down inside, she was feeling some kind of way, and we thought it was a little bit off as well. Why can these people at this management talk to these girls and tell them, okay, this is what your position is going to be, this is what you will be doing, and this is what this person will be doing, so everybody's clear on what they're doing on that panel. And also, just hilarious, just to shut off. So there is another video we will be making about this, but a lot of people are talking, and some people have said some really crazy stuff, like comedian is it Dave Holcomb, or can't remember his name, but we will do another video about that shortly. Basically, Just Hilarious, a lot of people got into Just Hilarious' ears, but we don't think it's because of the outside noise that she's making, that she's doing this rant. We think it's really she's been feeling some kind of way, and the outside noise just made it even like bigger, to the point that she couldn't hold it in anymore. And she wanted to make it clear she picked Lauren Delorosa to replace her. It wasn't anyone else that picked her. She picked her. So if you pick someone, you cannot have hate towards them. You pick them because they're good. You pick them because they can do a good job while you are away. And that's what she did. So by saying that, it's telling Lauren Delorosa, listen, I picked you, so don't come and mess up my job over here. In a way, that's what it means. But Lauren Delorosa is a talent. She left TMZ. We don't know if she left willingly or she got pushed out. In other words, fired. But she left TMZ. She has to work. She's got talent. Breakfast Club seems to have found something in her to keep her. So Lauren Delorosa should just push to find out exactly in what capacity she will be working at the Breakfast Club. It's that simple. And as women working in the same place, as diverse women for that matter, it's important that these two get along and not fight. And honestly, we don't look at this like something that's negative. It is rather something that could potentially flourish and evolve to something being a positive collaboration. And that's what we hope for these two anyway. So we will stop here, but there will be another video talking about the outside noise and that comedian made about Just Hilarious and Lauren Delorosa, comparing them, kind of insulting just Hilarious.